One of the things that leaps out at me about this particular design is the control and release. You have a really controlled border all the way around, it's very square, and then you have the release of this grass right here. So this tree is a lot smaller. It's most likely that one of the trees just didn't make it, and so they've had to replace it. But that offers us an opportunity because there's not as much of a root ball here, and there's not as much shade. You can put flowers in here that need a little bit more light. There's one last feature down here, which is this elevated garden. We've made these plants that we might have seen before appear new because they're at eye level right here. So for this river birch, we get to see the bark instead of just the foliage.
This garden is 4 years old. The very first planting we did was the most gorgeous rhododendron. It was so symmetrical and was in bloom. It was gorgeous. The day after we put it in, the whole plant was gone.
Somebody
they took it,
ripped it out.
Yeah. People come by and they take a flower or two or three.
Right.
You can get crazy about that, or you could just say that's because they love it. This is our best area because we have this window of light.
Right.
It's really tricky because different parts of the garden are more sunny than others. Years ago, it was much more light, and
Okay.
as the tall buildings came, more shading everything happened. We tried to compensate. We pruned some of these trees,
Oh, okay.
and that helped
To
a
let
little
some-
bit.
yeah.
To let some more light in. For me, the key word is pleasure. Everybody is really happy that they see this when they leave and when they come back. It's a counterweight to living in the Big Apple.
Well, thank you so much for walking us through the garden. It's been such a pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
See you next time on Urban Gardener.